The laughter cut sharper than glass, but it wasn't the laugh that gutted me, it was the word wrapped inside it. Roommate. That's what my wife called me. Not husband. Not partner. Not even by my name. Just roommate. And she said it while leaning into another man at a crowded party, her smile stretching wide, her hand brushing his sleeve in a way that looked too natural, too practiced. I froze where I stood, the drink in my hand trembling. The chandelier overhead shattered light across the room, but my vision tunneled on her lips, on that word, as if it had been carved with a knife. A heat crawled up my chest, not passion but humiliation, rage, disbelief all tangled so tightly I couldn't separate them. For months, I had been stitching up holes in our marriage with excuses. She was tired, she was stressed, she had too much on her plate. I told myself it was normal for her phone to stay face down, for her to come home smelling like a perfume I didn't recognize. I ignored how the bed felt colder on her side. Marriages go through seasons, I told myself. This was just winter. We'd find spring again. But spring doesn't arrive when someone starts rewriting the story of your life in front of strangers. The man she was talking to chuckled, raising his glass. Roommate. That's a new one. She didn't even hesitate. Well, you know how it is. Her laugh again, soft, velvety, the kind of laugh I hadn't heard directed at me in months. It wasn't just a slip of the tongue. It was deliberate. It was dismissal. The crowd around me blurred, but I could still hear the bass thudding, smell the mingling perfumes, feel the sweat of the room. And yet it was all distant, drowned by the pounding in my ears. My wife had just reduced me to a punchline, a ghost haunting her life. I made myself move. Each step felt heavier than the last as I crossed to them. She looked up, startled, and for a flicker of a moment there was something in her eyes. Guilt, maybe. Or was it annoyance? Oh, hey, she said quickly, too brightly. This is Mark. We were just talking about your roommate. The word came out clipped, sharp. The man's smirk faltered. Her expression shifted, color draining then flooding back too fast. It was a joke, she snapped. Don't be so dramatic. But her tone was defensive, brittle, rehearsed. And I knew then that it wasn't just a joke. It wasn't just a word. It was truth slipping out of her mouth before she could stop it. I didn't explode. Didn't shout or make a scene. I simply set my glass down on the nearest table, turned, and walked out. Her voice followed me faintly, sharp with irritation, not with panic or love. She didn't chase me. She didn't even try. The night air outside slapped me cold. It smelled of rain and exhaust, raw and clean compared to the suffocating sweetness of perfume and betrayal I'd left behind. My chest burned, my stomach twisted, but beneath the chaos there was a strange clarity. Something inside me had broken, but maybe, finally, it meant I was free. At home, I didn't bother with everything. I packed a suitcase with clothes, a box with essentials. I left the rest. On the counter, under the weak glow of the kitchen light, I placed my wedding ring. Its small circle mocked me with its promises. Beside it, on the back of an old grocery receipt, I scrawled the only words that mattered. You called me your roommate. Consider this vacancy notice. I closed the door quietly behind me. No slamming. No drama. Just finality. The silence in the car was crushing, but there was a kind of release in it, too. My hands shook against the steering wheel. Images of her flooded me, our wedding day, her laughter in the dark, the notes she used to slip into my lunch bag. Had that woman ever been real, or had she been slowly fading into someone I didn't recognize? 2 weeks later, she called. Her voice cracked, ragged. I didn't mean it like that. I was drunk. I was stupid. Please, just come home. I miss you. I need you. For a moment, I wanted to believe. The part of me that still loved the memory of her wanted to forgive, to pretend that spring could still come after the longest winter. Then I heard it. Behind her voice, faint but unmistakable, a man's voice asking if she was coming back to bed. Something inside me stilled. No anger, no pleading, no tears. Just quiet understanding. I hung up. And for the first time in years, I smiled.